Welcome back to Satisfactory 11 playthrough part 1.1, or, the reverse of it. Satisfactory 1.1 playthrough part 11 is what we're on. Last time we got to, we completed jetpack, we completed oil, we built an oil factory. We need to update our main factory here. And I did say that we need to probably do power first, upgrade power again, because we're about 403 megawatts of power away of being close, or not having the power that we need. Okay, that makes sense. I was really worried about this iron plate. Okay, so we're actually just gonna take all of the ones that are in here. So there's a couple ways that we can do this. I can't really hear myself think. So we're gonna come down here to, I think that's factory noise is one of the, yeah, factory volume. Yeah, because I still want to hear it, but I don't want to be deafened by it. So, there's two different ways to build factories. We could build one like that, which is the sole purpose of that factory is rotors. Another thing that we can do, like, so it's like, hey, we're making this factory specific for that, and then making the adjustments to all the stuff, all the process before that to match what this requires. So you're building it from the finished product backwards. Or we can set up a factory of that produces 240 iron ore per minute, and let's maximize that. So we would need 8 smelters, and then off those smelters, if we're doing screws, for example, this is 12.5 per minute. So then we would have to like figure out, like, okay, so for every 3 smelters we need, or every let's see, 2.5 for every 5 smelters for every 5 smelters we need to have one more constructor to maximize everything. And that's kind of the way I lean towards things, because that way when everything gets saturated, and we put bigger storage containers, so it's like, hey, all the screws go into the bigger storage containers, these ones, industrial storage containers, maybe 2 or 3 of them, and then the excess goes into an awesome sink, so we accumulate stuff faster. So that's why I kind of lean more towards that, but I also don't want to start by disrupting the current things, that the current factories that we have. I do need to make sure that these are backing up pretty good, though. Is this are we still because of rods? No, rods are backed up. That's good. So that's 18 per minute. It's 22 per minute. Alright, so this should also be good. And then we'll just put another one of these in here. so that way we will hopefully be able to support that. Okay, so now that we have this here, we can either I think we should start over here and start on this one. Here, let's actually edit this because we need to clear that out. I know that we said that we're probably going to do that, but we'll end up doing that later. So where to actually put the fat? Maybe you could put it up there. Yeah. All right. Alright, time for construction phase. I'm so happy these don't damage anything because that would have knocked out that, which would have stopped oil production. Yeah, because we need quite a big space for these, and I'm thinking we'll do iron plates first. Alright, remember hitting control lines it up with the world grid. I'm gonna actually hold this and then bring it up too, because we want to make sure that we're up over this side too. Oh, we weren't in soup. That's okay. And then there's also, this needs to actually be higher, so get rid of that. So then now there's also even another way that we can do this, because we're gonna do this all iron plates. So it's 240, and we needed 8, so it's gonna be 8 smelters, 8 constructors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this actually helps out a lot. Actually, we just need to do this again. Man, I don't know what happened, but I think my audio settings got messed up. Because like all of this like extra volume sounds way too loud. It could just be first thing in the morning. Man, you could adjust everything in here. Uh, Alright, so a couple ways we could do it. We can do it like this, where it comes in one and then we split it off that way. Or we could do it, which is probably more, I mean, not necessarily efficient, but at least maybe not as efficient right now. Is that in the middle? It is. Okay. Is doing this. So we'll put a smelter on each side, and then we'll just line it up. Man, it's still, it's like all the construction speed, all the construction audio. Effects volume, dialogue volume. Constructor volume. Well, that's just the actual constructors, not the construction. Oh well. We'll just turn the music volume up a little bit. That's the UI. Alright. And then I'm just going to turn down my headphones. There we go. I think that's better. So we could do this. Oh, also, whenever we're building a factory, especially after we got other stuff, we should look at this, because we might actually want to do foundries to get 50 50 iron ingots per minute. But that requires 40 limestone. Yeah, I don't like that recipe. So you would look in here to make sure that you're doing things like you're getting the one that you want, and then also we could just stack them here next to each other like that. But I also need to get more rods before we continue. And then I'll just go ahead and jump off the biomass. Left is leaves. Remember that. Left is leaves. So remember, we need 8. I think I messed this up. Oh well, we'll fix it. There we go. There we go. And then just however you want to power it, make sure you are powering it. Like, I'm not going to connect the power right now to the main grid because we gotta get everything else done. All right, so now what we do with this, instead of expanding out that way, we will. How do I want to do this? So also with this kind of setup, it's easy to expand in a smaller space. So instead of having all of the smelters lined up like right over here on this row, and then all the constructors over here and there, it just makes it a little bit more condensed. And because the smelters take up less space than the constructors, like the constructors take up a little bit over one foundation, but the smelters take up width-wise like 75% of one. So we can put a lot more in them in the space. So we figured that out. We definitely need to have a merger. So we can do them. I still like having things in the middle as possible. So this is 120, and then the other side is going to be 120. So I can either combine all of these, or I can have two separate lines. And I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to have two separate lines. So I need 8 constructors now. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space for that. And the reason we're facing them in is so that we can do the splitters here. And then all of the end product is going to be in the middle. So it'll all be on one line coming out of the constructors. That, and I'm doing this so we have plenty of room to walk under, and we don't have this high enough to build a logistics under. So this is what we are going to do. How is this? I think it was here. Nope, that's one click too high. Right there. And then now the question is, where do we want to put it? Because we could put the output over here. Will that actually fit? Nope. It needs to go up like 3 more clicks, and I actually am wanting to do that, and I'll do that to both sides. Alright, so if you go up a click, you see this like little thing right here. That's kind of what I'm going off of. So this was the height of it before, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. So it's not quite to 3 exposed. So it's right there. Put it there, or we could line it up here, which actually might be better. But then this also would leave space for the logistics from this, like taking this outside somewhere, which we'll probably end up doing anyway. I think this would look cleaner, but this is probably going to be significantly more practical. So we'll merge this way. And like the way that I'm building this, we can expand these out that way as well. And this is really how I start building a factory here. So this whole factory requires 164. Did I actually do plates for these or no? I did not. That's good. Good thing I caught that. All right. So we'll just orient this to where it's like that, and hopefully this works out how I'm hoping it will. No, but that's all right. Yep. This is why we haven't turned the power on for it yet. Alright. Let's get this thing going. Oh, I totally forgot. one of the most important things. Awesome sync. Good thing I remembered. I want it there. Because we're gonna do a smart splitter here. No! Smart splitter. There we go. Here. Here. Actually take one out of that playbook. Alright. So let's actually face this way. So the material's coming in from behind us, so forward we're not going to have any right we're going to have any. We could just do iron plates, but any is a lot easier. And then overflow is to the left. So that's overflow. And you'll see here. So this is going to be, oh, and we also need to connect this to power. I think it's on that side? No. Okay. So this is kind of how I build a factory. And then, yeah, if we expand this, we're going to have to think of another way. We might actually go up another level when we expand, which that actually sounds kind of cool. So now we just make sure that all of these are operating efficiently. And this is the one I'm kind of worried about, like these ones over here. But at the same time, not really, because look at that. That's already stacked. These ones are getting stacked. This one, or these two are about the same. Yeah. So in order to worry about those being efficient, we need to first make sure that our... Sorry, that was crooked. We need to make sure that these ones are operating efficient. The smelters are operating as efficient as possible, so that the... Now it's too high. What the crap? That one's too high. Alright, there we go. Now that's level. That makes me happy. Alright, so now we need to make sure that these are operating at capacity and functioning correctly, which they're currently not. We need to make sure that these are functioning at all times, which, again, they're not. This one is. It's because this one is finished. So now the one across that I'm looking at right now and this one are going to get full first. And then once these are full, then this one's going to get full and be operating. So it looks like this one's actually operating at, like, efficiently now. Not quite. Look at that, just blurred. Here, let's see. Do I have motion blur on? Options, video. Yeah, my resolution's weird because I'm not using an actual monitor. I'm using a TV. Because I don't like motion blur. Maybe I do? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, no. I think that's just might be the TV. So I'm gonna take motion blur off. Okay. Because I was gonna come down here and go, yeah. Here. And we're gonna help this along a little bit. I forgot we had a purple power slug. That should be good for now. Let's, and yoink. Nice. So this is going to help. Specifically this being at capacity is going to help because it's already backed up, and then that means it's splitting between this one and the other two, so this one should fill up pretty quick. Yeah, so they're not operating quite. Yet. And then after this, we need to go check on our oil production to make sure everything is running efficiently there. Alright, now these should be operating at capacity, or like efficiently, constantly. I don't know why I'm doing that when I could just come over here and take all of it. take a stack. And it's going kind of slow from the previous ones because the I was facing the wrong way. I'll just go at 245 per minute. So we're not overclocking it much, but it should be enough to back all the lines up eventually. Yeah, see, we're already seeing it. Alright, so now that these are operating efficiently, let's see where these are at. Alright, that's at 100. That's 70. Alright, there's an easy solution. We'll just do this. And then we'll wait for these ones to get saturated, and then we'll do that line so that when we connect these two, we will not connect those two. So we're waiting just for the, because these are all built up now, so all of the input is coming into this one. So that's kind of what we want. And then I kind of want to make sure that this line is getting kind of full. Which, I guess it doesn't really matter until the very end. So, now, these ones are getting all of the input. And we're not splitting between the last one. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to leave this like this for now. And I'm going over here. Because ideally, we want all the smelters to back up too, overall, so they have 100 iron ingots in them. So that way we're not, so we're going to do full pipe network, just flush that. That's kind of sad to do it at fuel. But that's the only thing that we need to flush over here. So yeah, we're good over here. So anyway, we want those smelters to have like some buildup or backup of iron ingots before we really turn on everything, because that way the line is going to be saturated at all times. Nice. So we'll just sit here for a few minutes just to make sure everything continues to operating smoothly. Alright, so now this is full. We see back up there too, so that one's full. But I want these to stack all the way back, so that when I turn these on, they'll just get 100 right away. And I don't want to go borrow from another factory, take from another factory to put up here in these two, because that seems like pretty disingenuous. And it could also give us a false reading about their own capacity. So now these are backing up, which is awesome. Yeah, I actually think this one's going to back up first, just because it's last in line. So whenever there's a space, it's going to take from the first one. Then whenever there's a gap from that one, it's going to take from this one. Then whenever there's a gap from that one, it's going to take from this one. And lastly, it's going to take from this one. That's weird. The iron ingots over here on this side, they're only really blurry if I look at them directly. But if I don't, then I can see them relatively easily. So here we go. Here's it backing up. So we only got a few more minutes left of that. And then look, we already have quite a lot of iron plates. And we're gonna start getting more faster whenever we turn those on. We're gonna get 60 more per minute. Total of 3 coupons. None from this one, though. All syncs final. No refunds or exchanges. And I'm just helping these along, so we don't have to necessarily wait that long. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of artifacts on this screen, and I really think it's because I have a TV instead of a monitor. Alright, let's go ahead and connect these. Nice. Alright, this one's saturated. That one's saturated. As long as that's stopping, that's a good thing. That line, if it stops, it's a good thing. That means that we are operating at capacity. Woo! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we got that accomplished. I really hope these are starting to build up. Yeah, they are. Not nearly enough of what we need. So I almost want to like double this factory. But at the same time, I think that'd be kind of a waste with what we're currently planning. With doing like that one's gonna be or that plant is iron plates, and then another one is gonna be screws, and then another one is gonna be rods, kind of like what we did for copper over here, except it's gonna be all one. Well, maybe not for copper, but take these over here, just so copper continues to produce stuff. Although I do need to take 3 stacks. So this is what smart splitters do. Instead of me having to go do this or set up an awesome sink on every individual line, I could and should set up 2 smart splitters here and then a merger into its own awesome sink. Because if I do a merger here with the splitter here, special awesome sink. So we'll line it up right here in the middle. Merger. And then we need to make a few AI limiters. And then we also need to automate circuit boards, which is going to be plastic and copper, I think, if I remember correctly. Because circuit boards, like everything from here on out, is just going to get more and more complicated, which is cool and awesome, because it's a challenge, but at the same time, sometimes it's quite annoying. So it'd be there, but then if we do 2 clicks back, so front is any and left is overflow. And we could do that over on this side too, except it needs to be right. Right is overflow. Oh, that's why. Okay. Right is any. There we go. Alright, so now we won't have that problem anymore. Oh. Overflow. Alright. Yeah, there we go. And now we're just kind of waiting for modular frames, which are what? Where am I at? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally looked the wrong way. Okay, so modular frames, the 400 we're looking for is just right over here. Do I have the 300 though? Not on me, but we do have it. Okay, so, man, this is such a confined space. Alright, so what do we want to do? What do we want to do? You can't really do... I mean, we could expand concrete a little bit, but not much. We could definitely expand iron production stuff. But we would have to take out... I mean, we could definitely take out rotors and then put something here. Probably one floor above it. Just so that we can get all of those done and then transfer rotors somewhere else. Let's actually start doing that right now, though. Go over here. Yeah, logistics. Yep. And then this here. Oh, it's slight. It's off slightly. Oh, that's kind of annoying. But now that that's here. There we go. So just go power off. And the same thing over here. We'll just power this off over here. And these are going to be the two factories we work on first to really upgrade. We just need to wait until they're done doing their production-y stuff. But until then, we're going to go over to the other production sites. And we're going to hook motors up. That's one of the things that we need to do is hook motors up to the truck so that we can have motors at our main base instead of having to come way over here to pick up motors and then go way back. I guess I could do the same thing with encased steel beams. So how we would do it that way is no, we'd have to do it on the other side of the line. So I was thinking of like we would have a smart splitter first to separate the overflow from everything else. Like we would do like an overflow line. So we would do like that would be the overflow, and then straight ahead would be everything else, but then like, so that would be everything else, and then we could split it off into motors, into steel beams, and then encased steel beams. But then if this ever gets backed up, this is going to send everything else to the awesome sink. So what we'd have to do is we would have to go I don't have that, but splitter. This one splits it into industrial case beams, then that has an overflow. Then this one goes into steel beams, and that has an overflow. And then this one goes into motors, and that has an overflow. That way, this one here that separates out all of them, like, we'll never have a backup because they're all going to overflow. And that's what we're going to have to do if we want to do that. Speaking of motors, here's motors. And we are waiting on stators. It's not stators. This is stators. We're going to turn one of these off. just to help with motor production, although it doesn't really matter too much right now. Yeah, it's this close line. Because remember, we already set up the smart splitter yesterday, or on the last video. So that's going to be there. We're going to get motors. And then we need to go back. I'll just take all of them. To see how everything's going with that. Alright, so that's the first motors. Let's see if it makes it for the this truck right here that's coming in. Oh no, the truck just left. Okay. I do want to see the motors come up here and follow the track, so I know when specifically to watch out for. And you can see down here on the Mark III belt, it's the silver. So you see like the silver and then like some like darker. I mean, it's supposed to be black, but you can't really tell the difference too much. And then here's motors. Motors are coming in, so that's good. No! I got too close. Alright, and now we need to wait on the truck to get there and come back in order for us to follow all the motors, because we know it's going to pick it up, right? We could probably go, once we get here, we could probably go back, come back here, go back there, and then come back, and then the truck will still be almost here. Let's try it, because, I mean, we don't have anything but time right now. The truck's not even at the turn yet. Probably going triple the speed of the truck. Yeah, and the truck just passed a turn. Yeah, we might be able to do one more lap, if I'm being real. Because it's right there. It hasn't even picked up the stuff yet. It's too far away. I can't see it. Alright, so it just started coming back. I think we're going faster than what we just were. Don't know. Alright, it's just getting to the turn now. There it is, right there. Yeah, we'll be able to make it back. You thought this was a factory building game. No, this is a racing game. How many times can I lap the truck? I think it's gonna get there just after us. Because actually it's almost there, it looks like. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be close. Nah, we're catching it up. Catching up way too fast. Yeah. Booyah. I think it's 4 laps that we did. Just make sure it does have motors on it. Oh, look, the motors are starting to descend. And then we'll just pop down here. Here. Motors are going to go this way. Or should. And then that's overflow into the box. Alright, so we're going to look at these 2 lines to see. Alright, awesome. No! Stop it. Oh, it's Mark II. That's why. Okay. Okay. Now let's continue. I don't know if there's any motors left though. Oh yeah, there are. I just can't see them over all of these steel beams. So that is a problem. Like if you on the smart splitters, they have to be all of the inputs and outputs need to be the same speed. Otherwise, as you saw, it would, if it was like 5 motor or 6 motors in a row on a conveyor on a Mark II belt, and then you had a Mark I belt on each side, like I did, then it would flow into one would go here, like, so you have input of 6, but then it would split it up 50-50 because you have a belt that can't control all of it, and then all the overflow is programmed to go over in one side. It doesn't matter if, like, the way that Smart Splitter works is if it hasn't cleared the belt yet, because you're coming in on a Mark II, going off on a Mark 1, then it's going to say, hey, this is overflow, even though it's going to go to this other one, but that one's full, so it's going to go over to overflow. All right, here we go. Test 2. Okay, so far so good. All right, cool. Yeah, I think we got it. But it's, and this is why it's important to, like, if you change something and you want to make sure that it's a change that you want. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, now where else am I going? I'm going over here. It's almost, or it's just over 200. Alright. What about these? Can I clear this up yet? Nope. Alright, so I'm just going to come over here and make some room. What do I need? I don't need any of that. Actually, I'll take these. And then what do I need here for megafauna? Oh, all the stuff I don't have yet. I need to find Sam. Yeah, don't have that yet. Ooh, let's. Can we work on that? Do I have enough quartz? Maybe. I think I do have enough quartz for that. And also, look at how much biomass we can get from alien protein. We only have 2 alien protein packs, but we can get 200 biomass. Oh, no, I need one more. So put that away and then come over here. I think it was, no, was it, no, yeah, it was quartz. But I need 150 of these guys. Of iron rebar. Although, I'm gonna do a little bit more. Probably 175. So we come here, and then we go to quartz, and then we do this, and then we go research.
Shatter rebar unlocked. These quartz-infused rebars fracture when fired, launching deadly debris in a wide spread. Fix-It does not condone the use of such violent methods, so make sure there are no witnesses.
Basically, what they just said is like, hey, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna be an assassin. Like, if you use this one, you're gonna be an assassin. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, we need to do the purple power slug. What's fluid. Oh, we actually have all of this. Let's actually select this one while we're in the waiting, because then we can actually work on packaging the fuel and getting it right. And then 1,000 copper sheets. Left is going to be overflow. Although, let's actually take these out first. And then...
Milestone reached. Avoid the embarrassment of placing liquids in your pockets only for them to spread across your suit. Package and unpackage them with the packager. Packaging fluids allows them to be transported in your inventory, on conveyor belts, and by vehicles. For increased, non-pocket related fluid storage, you can now use the industrial fluid buffer.
Why is that not on here, though? Oh, here it is. Yep. I like the industrial fluid buffer. But now let's go back to this one. And then, packager. We need to get, I think, 2 of those and a couple constructors. And yeah, we'll figure the rest of it out. Because now we can go package our fuel. And we need plastic to do so. Alright, that's plastic. We're gonna do this weird. So packaged fuel. How much does this produce? I think it's 40. Yeah, 40. So we only need 1 packager. And then 40 empty canisters. So here, empty canisters. That's 60 per minute. So this is gonna back up real quick. Or should. 20, 40. Oh, I don't have any copper sheets. and I will be back after I get more copper sheets. Totally forgot to grab those. And fuel is so much more efficient than biomass. Speaking of which, we can actually take a lot of the biomass out now. Because we'll only need it for the chainsaw. Oh, I messed that up. Quite spectacularly. Alright, I'll take those. This. Yeah, we're not going to flush this system because we're going to use the fuel. Actually start cranking them out, but we're going to, because I'm going to drain those a little bit, and I also want these to build up pretty quick, so... Because the sooner that those build up, the sooner I can take them, and I can have significantly better fuel for my jetpack. I just don't know how to change the jetpack. Let's see. Fuel. Oh, it's here. Preferred fuel. Okay. Packaged liquid biofuel. I don't like that. I like actual fuel. And when I do have packaged fuel, I like having like 3 or at least 2 stacks. And then when I get down to 1 stack, I get kind of paranoid and like, hey, I need to go refuel. All right. Yeah, there we go. See, we use so much less fuel overall. Like, biofuel would be done by now. And I would not have been able to make it to this slug. So now, exploring is going to be so much better. And we have a little bit more control over everything. What's this? Is this another Mercer sphere? I want Sam. That's what I want. I want a Sam. Because I want to see what that says, and I also want to research more of it. It's not ominous or creepy. I jumped on one? Nice. Hard drive. So kind of same rules apply. You don't want to just like hold it because you don't get as much out of it as you could. Purple power slug. Then I think we can make it all the way over there. Oh, we might be able to make it right over there. Let's see. Ooh, summer sloop. We'll make it over here first. Yeah, see, we would definitely not be able to make it this far. Look. With just biofuel. Fuel is so much better.
We hum a simple melody into the effigy, yet we hear no harmony. It covers the temple in bones and organs and limbs, yet ignores our bleeding wounds. Scripture is needed. Consume.
A familiar pattern is emerging in your brain. Please assess yourself for signs of concussion. If necessary, a replacement pioneer will be dispatched. Work must continue. Replacement delivery schedule estimate. Error, years.
Alright, and then since we're still waiting for modular frames, let's go ahead and just, you know, explore a little bit more. Especially with our fuel. Fuel makes everything so much easier in the jetpack. Radiation sucks. It's radiation. There it is. The path. Ooh. I don't know if I can make it. That dude was aggressive. I'm gonna die. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's poison too. I panicked. Is this iron? Looks like copper. No! I died. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Because now I'd have to go back. And I have nothing. Let's see. How far back was this game? 528. Why does it not tell me the time? 18,528. Um, 2 minutes ago. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I don't want to have to run over there to get all the stuff that I had. Oh, and I don't like doing this either. So we just where did we go? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's not do what we just did. That was bauxite. That's what that was. That node, it was bauxite. We need bauxite later. We can't do anything about it right now. And we shouldn't want to do anything with it right now, because we have a lot of work to do. Purple power slug. I think right down there would be a cool spot for a base, because I think there's a pretty cool waterfall right over here. Yeah, right down there. Nope, I'm not going that way. That's danger. More danger. Danger. So that's radioactive stuff right there. Uranium. I think that's what I need. Cause these I think are SAM nodes. Yeah. And that's what I was looking for. Man, these look so cool. Not enough space? Alright, well, let's go to craft bench. Power shards. And let's get a stack of, or a couple stacks of SAM.
The strange alien matter, colloquially known as SAM, seems to be in its dormant crystalline state, meaning it won't break down your body into its base atomic components on touch. This living matter is extremely versatile and has countless applications. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application, as well as a secure method of awakening.
This is so cool. Like, SAM, Summer Sloops, and Mercer Spheres are all things that were like, in 0.8, which is the last time I played, was all like, hey, these aren't in development yet, but you should collect them. Like, these have no purpose in the current game. They're just extra. And then this is going to help me research all the alien tech. Oh, this is going to be so cool. I'm so excited for this tree, which is why we're taking two. Actually, we might want to... what else can I easily get rid of? Yeah, let's get rid of those. And then I'll go have 3 stacks. Wait, 4? Nice. That's why it's also good to sort sometimes too. Is you might have like some items that you can combine into one stack, and not realize it. Like, I don't know what I combined. I could go back and watch the video, but I'm not going to. And actually, while we're waiting, I'm going to do this. Put a new node on here. And go here. New marker. Pure Sam. We won't do that. Let's go here. Actually, there we go. So we'll see it on the map, but not on the HUD. Alright, that's all I can get now. Now we should probably just head back. That's a cool lake. Oh, that's where I built my first coal factory ever. Alright. Getting away from there. I don't like this forest at all. I hate it, actually. Dismantle crate? What is that? Okay. Yeah, I think I know what that is. No, I realize I don't have any room for that. And I want to go get more fuel. I want to top that off. Is that a purple slug? It is a purple slug. Can't do anything about it right now, though. Nice. Whee! Okay. First things first, let's clear this list because I totally forgot about it. I got too distracted. Secondly, let's do this.
Strange alien matter analysis completed. Dormant crystalline SAM can now be found with the resource scanner. In its dormant state, it is safe to handle without special equipment and can be stored indefinitely. Research for enabling the reanimation of dormant SAM is now available.
Fill the rivers with blood and let the effigies defile our temples. The sun will follow.
That's not creepy at all.
SAM reanimation recipe unlocked. SAM can now be safely awakened, provided it is contained. Meaning, if not contained in special electromagnetic storage, it tends to start breaking atomic bonds of any matter it has physical contact with, and reconstructing it into easily transportable resources.
Scripture and blood compose harmony. Follow our hallowed temple halls and listen to the echoes of your ripples. Our bones are more beautiful than yours.
I don't know if that means that this is going to be radioactive or not. I hope it's not. Okay. Woo!
SAM fluctuator recipe unlocked. The fluctuator can mimic unique communication through patterns of electric frequencies to instruct reanimated SAM to perform specific tasks or give specific restrictions, such as matter to energy conversion. It can also function as matter memory, reading the exact composition and state of a collection of matter in one location, breaking it down, and near instantly reconstructing it in another location, which has incredible potential for smart storage.
Oh my.
Threads shift solid to fluid to a tapestry. Matter, and mind and melody.
I need 10 and a summer sloop. And a. This is so cool. I'm so excited.
Dimensional depot unlocked. SAM can be utilized to deconstruct matter down to its chemical elements in one dimension, and the Mercer sphere allows it to be transferred and stored in another. Once parts are fed into the dimensional depot, they can be accessed by the Pioneer inventory and build gun system at any time, anywhere.
We see through the window. It is pathetic. Consume more blood. The glass will not shatter, the metal will not bend, the wood will not splinter. Weave.
This is so cool. Okay, so does that mean I could build a dimensional depot? I can. Build gun and craft stations as if they were in the Pioneer inventory. So basically, I want everything to go into the dimensional depot, and then I can just build it whenever. Oh, that'd be so cool. But here, we need 10 of those. Oh. Oh, man, I don't have enough. So sad. Oh. That's okay. Why do I... Oh, yeah. I can't do that. Don't want to do this. I have that. Let's just do hard drive. I mean, it's so cool for the SAM. Oh, that's... Oh, I'm so excited. 2, 3. this would be 350. And we're going to speed this along. To Logistics Mark IV.
Milestone reached. The transportation of resources can reach new heights of efficiency. With the Mark IV belts and lifts, the truck, but even more importantly, your effort. Handling a large and complicated vehicle like the truck should come easy to a well-trained pioneer such as you. They are an obvious improvement over tractors concerning industrial purposes. Improvements for personal use were not measured.
Oh, sweet. Now we have 480 resources per minute, so that means we can start overclocking things. And this is something that I want that we can do as soon as it comes back. Because then we can start making fuel power generators. Which means we can just like ramp up completely our oil production up on that lake where our fuel currently is. And then we could have a whole bunch of fuel generators, which would mean coal generators are obsolete. I mean, not completely, but... so let's go ahead and select that, because I think we have all of it right here except for the motors, but motors are just right here. So we have all the things that we need for it, which is fantastic. Alright, I turn off this one so we can update this, or start to... It's still a Mark I miner? Oh my gosh. This is going to be ridiculous, because I think this one is going to be iron rods, is what I want. Which means it's 2 constructors per 1 smelter. So if we have 240 resources coming in, that's 8 smelters and 16 constructors. Which is a lot. So we'll probably put smelters on the first floor, and then we'll make a second floor for the constructors. And we'll do the same thing. So we'll line up this, like, actually we could start doing that now. Do I have room for all of it? Yeah. Alright. Because I don't really want to disconnect power unless it's like this, where it's only to these couple of machines. Because I don't want me to inadvertently power down the entire system. Alright, so this one is only to that. So that one can go away. This one is to those. Okay, that one can go away. This will go away. Yeah, that's plenty of rotors for now. That's a lot of those. Alright, so that's gonna get that out of here. Actually, just make it that one, so then I could take down all of these. And not have an issue. That was weird. Yeah.
Milestone reached. It is my honor and privilege to inform you that the fuel-powered generator, as well as the industrial fluid buffer, are now available. Due to a lack of gold in your sector, Caterium will serve as a suitable replacement to construct the fuel-powered generator. Your research into this element was valuable. In fact, you in particular are my most valuable pioneer, but don't tell the others I said that, it would be bad for morale.
Oh, manipulation tactics. Oh, you're my favorite pioneer, but don't tell the others that don't tell the other pioneers I said that, because you're my favorite. I don't want to have them lose morale. And then they go and tell the other one, hey, you're my favorite, but don't tell anybody else that, because it'll lose. Anyway, so tier 6 now. Industrial manufacturing, we'll select that one because we need it in order to... Actually, we don't. We could do monorail first. But signaling, we do need computers. And then we need manufacturing in order to do pipeline engineering, and then we need manufacturing to do Fix-It Blueprints Mark II. What's this? Dimensions 40 by 40 by 40. What was this other one? This is probably like 20 by 20 or something. 32 by 32 by 32. So this is definitely better. But I also need to do manufacturing, so I unlock the modular engine and adaptive control unit, which are things I need to complete phase 3. So this is definitely the next one we're doing. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to really work on it until after we update our factories in the current capacity. And I'm going to do this. Figured. Splitter. Actually, I need to do smelter first. And I'll do this one in the middle. And then ooh, mammoth research is complete. And I also need to figure out what I need to Molded beam? Yeah, let's do that. Molded beam. And I have no other hard drive. Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in here. And then so I'm doing the same thing as I did upstairs. Oh, I turned that off, that's why. Okay. So this is actually only for 240. And this is for encased steel beams. And I think we'll be fine with just doing 240 for now on it. Because we need 8 constructors per side. I don't think we have enough room. Because if we do something similar to this, but off of like this line here, so like this would now be the middle for the constructors, and that would be one line, and then at the end of it, I think we got time. We got that, but then we'd have to extend it over here, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, let's take it up a level. And stairs. No, that doesn't. I'm gonna have to do it this way. Yeah. And then we'll just do the same thing that I was talking about downstairs. But I need to do something down here first. I'm not gonna like this. see, it's on that one, 2 over. So 1, 2. I actually don't want it there. I want it because I want to come up here and I want to have a space to walk around. So let's do it here. Because where's the other one going to be? Oh. Yeah. There, and then here. Time to cut some trees down. The trees go zoom. So how I used to tell people about this game when I was playing it like a year ago, it was oh yeah, the whole purpose of this game is to create the world's largest footprint. Like you get. Here's how I used to describe it. You get sent to a planet that has no industrialization, and then your whole goal is to make the biggest carbon footprint that you possibly can as a single individual. We also need mergers over on this side. Here. All right. So now we can start doing this and this. Yeah, I like doing this way better. So we'll go ahead and turn this on to get all of this going, and then we'll come up here. Oh, I didn't even... These aren't even programmed for iron ingots. There we go. So these are rods. And then we also need to change to this because this was Mark II. And then currently they have nowhere to go right now, except to fill the output line because we don't have any storage set up yet. At least not at the moment. All right. And then all right. Organization. None. Forward. Overflow to the left, and any to the right. So now, we should be all set. Except we need this guy up here. Ah, that's right. Okay. Because it's still a Mark 1 miner. That's part of the problem. Basically, the chief problem... Wait, don't I have... Did I put him away? Well, I put one away. I still need one... Nice. Okay. Just want to make sure I had all of it. Overclocking it just enough so that it's all 270, which maximizes the Mark III belts, which will help saturate all of this. Nice. Alright, so we got iron plates, iron rods. Next, we need to work on iron screws. But that's going to be, well, cast screws, I guess. We'll probably take over this down here. So we'll go ahead and turn that off. And we need another portable miner. All right. Production pause on that because I don't really want to have to deal with that. But we're going to set it up kind of the same way. So we're going to have a line of smelters probably. And then, actually, we could just start doing this right now. And this is going to be something pretty similar layout up here. So we need to go like 7 wide. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, this is atrocious. Oh, I definitely turned down the chainsaw volume before. At least I think I did. There we go. Left his leaves. Because here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows for 2 pockets like this. So that's only 7. Let me go back to parts and then screws. We're gonna do cast screws. So we just need smelters. Oh yeah, so this is for every 5 or every 4 smelters. We need 5 constructors. So if we're doing 240, that's 8. 8 smelters and then 10 constructors. Alright. So actually we don't need it as much as that. Anyway. cast screws. Now I think the output of these is going to be a little bit difficult, so it's each line is 250. Oh no, this is going to be easy. Because this is just 3 here. Or Mark 3's here. And then a merger here. And this is going to be 3. There we go. Alright, and now we have to put the logistics in. Three is perfectly fine for this. Okay, so the input is there, so it doesn't really matter where the smelters start. Uh-oh. Whew, that's close. I didn't check about power. Yeah, here would be the input. Actually, so 4 smelters per side. Splitters. So I disconnected the miner so we can see what our power is. So it's 87. And I know that's not much and we should be able to handle it, but it's all the like little stuff. Oh my gosh. Did I like shut down everything? I think I did. Oh, this is actually another opportune time. Sure, like right there. And then down here. And here. And that should connect everything. Yeah, there we go. Wow, that depleted a lot real quick. So it's 84. So after this, after we connect this and get this going, we have to do fuel. We have to do fuel. Just so we have a substantial amount of all the good stuff. Just so we're not like dead in the water. This needs to be 4. let's go merger here. And I'll get that from over there and stick it over here whenever this is done. Or, you know, right now. Alright, this is rolling. Oh yeah, I need to turn this on. Aya. $270. Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright, so that should be filled up. These should be filled. And we'll do the storage on this side so it's closer to that. So left is any, forward is going to be none, and then right is overflow. And special, also sync. And this is why we don't really do any more than that, because we were looking at the output, not the input, the output of all of this. So we have screws, rods, plates. Let's go. Let's go check on the plates. See where we're at over here. Oh, that's good. It's still being saturated. Oh, this is all full, so this is all going into the sink. Nice. That's what I like to see. Alright, and then see how this is doing. I probably should have built that up like 4 so we can have some water extractors over here if we need them. Do I have, yeah, I do have enough to make a smart splitter. Any right is going to be overflow. So this way, this specific setup won't really be hindered at all. Get some of that, and then might as well top off the rubber. That's weird. Alright, we'll go back, see if we have enough, and if we do, then we'll unlock it, but if not, then we're just still gonna call it. Or we're gonna call it regardless, but just if I have what I need here, which I do not. I only have 80, but I should have 200 motors. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So let's go ahead and put these in. 1,000 wire. 1,000 and some extra, and then top off. There we go. So we have those, and we are going to call it a day there. So yeah, we did a lot today, just now, so that's fantastic. Thanks to you for joining me, and I will catch you next time.